Jeez.
Cut off.
What's my levels like? What's my levels like?
Hey, nigga, I don't know why you got a pop filter. Pop filter. You ain't never close enough on the mic.
Because I'm a singer.
Mr. Coppola, what you got right now, man?
You know me.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah.
Gotta get right. Get my vocals
Jay
right.
Drizzy.
How you feeling, dog?
Man, I'm good, man. I finally was able to get to a cardiologist yesterday, man. So
Okay.
I thought I was gonna be off for a few weeks. This cat was like, "Yeah, you going to cardiac rehab? You can be off for 2 months."
Damn.
I said,
Okay.
"You gotta do what you gotta do."
Yeah.
And that's what we've been waiting for this whole time. I'm like, damn, I ain't seen the specialist. I ain't seen shit. They just like get ready to go back to work.
Shit.
Well, y'all niggas crazy.
Are you like on workman's comp or what's
I get disability insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it unfortunately I got my military thing going, and then with that, you know what I mean, I could still cover the bills. I got to cover in the household and a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yeah, but take that time off, man. Shit, take that fucking time off and do what you got to do to get right.
I was looking at it first like, shit, man, I don't know, man. I don't like this. This not making a regular check shit don't really be sitting right until you like.
Yeah, nigga don't like to break even. Yeah, don't like to break even.
Being in the coffin don't sit right either. Shit, so.
That damn straight. Damn straight.
Yeah.
Fuck these people. I mean, but you know, I can't even say that, man. I've gotten a lot of support from them. You know, the supervisors. I've been trying to keep them updated. They're like, man, you had a fucking heart attack. Don't worry about it, dude. Like, you didn't get strep throat, man. It's
the most important muscle in the body.
Right. They like, ain't no rush. Your job will be here. You was a good worker. What up, Brummy? What's up? That's my brother-in-law. Man, what the fuck? How did you know to come on here, man?
JB, we live, baby. We live. Yeah. What up, JB?
The Soto's finest. You know what I'm saying? Officer of the law, man. I went on a ride along with that cat. We ate what's that shit? We ate IHOP
donuts.
All that shit. Hey. This chicken motherfucker, donuts. He don't even eat that shit. He a cage fighter. Well, he used to be a cage fighter. At the time, he used to be a cage fighter. So, you know, he wasn't eating that shit. Okay. You know, so, you know, man. I was
pancakes. Let's like get this going before Tank fucking melt off.
Yeah, hey man, this is my weather. I've been standing out here all day, man. Fucking barbecuing the Cuban music.
Looking like you're in a whorehouse.
Nigga just
there he is. There you go.
That motherfucker doing the prep to Cuban music.
Whatever it is, as long as he ain't stateside, he all right.
Man, I'm telling you one thing, man. I don't understand why black people and Mexicans don't get along better, because everything in this country is nigga rigged, and it looks real familiar.
You know what? Hey, let me say this. A lot of that shit that Tariq Nasheed said one dope thing. He said a lot of dope shit, but he said, you know what, man, you'll find that a lot of the motherfuckers that come from other countries be the ones that already have a bias. Because once you get to those countries, they treat you wonderful. I had no problems when I was in Cancun. Thailand, like I said, man, I know what you feeling, man. You go to Thailand, ain't nobody looking at you because you black. They smiling and waving, and you like, what the fuck? It's almost like it's a shock to the system. Like they ain't saying, hey, come on to the business, or hey, how you doing? Hey, the Buddha coming down. You wanna fuck with the Buddha? I'm like, you know what? I fuck with the Dalai, with the monk, whatever. I'm like, I fuck with him. Yeah, I'm on my way. Yeah, we come down. I don't even do that shit. But they just nice people, man. You know, so this country got a way of twisting up souls, man. So.
Oh man, it's got a way of Yeah, fuck, I don't ever want to go back.
Hey,
I don't ever want to go back, and especially after reading all these fucking news articles today. I'm like, man, fuck this.
It's bad, man. But yeah, let's get that music cracking so we can get into it, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah, about that. Let me find it.
He said about
You know, he was like, I already hit play like when we first started. You know how slow this shit.
Yeah,
You
man.
know
So
that, right?
I go a cappella, man. No, the music,
Man,
we need that. That's that seasoning.
We're gonna put in and get a mariachi band. Tank keep playing around.
Hell yeah.
You
Come up
ain't
behind
lying.
him.
The real slow music that motherfucker on the cheese grater.
He said
Cheese
cheese
grater.
grater. Goddamn.
You be like, motherfuckers be jamming. I went to a Mexican wedding one time. It was only me and one other brother up in that motherfucker. In Texas, that was the shit.
Yeah,
I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
No,
about it.
no, no. I got it. Give me a second, man. Fuck this computer. It's been giving me nothing but problems all motherfucking day, man. You know, that's Apple just telling me it's time to fucking
Come back to America.
Yeah.
time to get a new computer. Yeah, come back to America.
That's all it's telling you.
They make this shit strictly to work in the U.S.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like, got him.
Does not like your
Yeah.
connection right now, sir.
You better go over there with that Acer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody be like this.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay
Yeah.
with Apple in their program death than fuck with an Acer.
Man, it ain't too much else you gonna do.
No,
Those are the ones you find in prison break rooms. You know?
Hell yeah.
Sorry, no diss to Acer. No diss. Please sponsor us.
Shout out to Acer. You gotta fuck with us. Come fuck
Please
with
sponsor us. We're taking all sponsors, please.
us. Right. All right, man. Look, I don't hear the music. I'm just about to get it cracking, man.
Are you shitting me? You don't hear that music? Oh,
No.
fuck this
Hell no.
computer.
There's no music, man.
That's right. You're now rocking with the best Youngstown's own 3 PMD, a Death Pie Swivel Room production. Tank Obb and Eddie P, featuring the man in the myth who explains the man in the myth,
There he is.
Drizzy. And
There
you
he is.
would be listening to the legendary sounds of Beatdown Brown. And like we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth, the quartermaster's mouth, or Drizzy's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie Westside. But you sippers out there, Mr. Ed 2020. For you night owls out there, turn off the motherfucking lights. And you know him and love him. DJ LOH's very own high value man. Youngstown's very own high value man. 1/3 of 3 PMD's very own high value man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. R.I.P. K Slade. Shout out to DJ Old Money, DJ Kid Capri, DJ Clark Kent, DJ Red Alert, goddamn it, C Staples in the Pioneer Pavilion. And let's fight this motherfucking evil. Let's get
There's
it.
a lot of evil going on out here.
Right. Shout out to DJ LOH on the 1s and 2s. Let's get it. Shout out to Goody Good 81 Black Cell Sports. Let's get it. Let's talk about this fucking evil, man.
Yeah. Hey, what evil do you guys want to talk about, man? Because our chats were like just lit up with just nonsense.
What's
just
up?
Our text messages.
Oh, yeah.
Man, talk about a lot of shit to go through.
Man.
Well, you know, I'm a fan of putting them pastors on blast, you dig?
Oh, yeah. That was was that number one on the list?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
Let me get it to you.
Yeah. Definitely put the motherfucker on blast, man. Certified abuse of power, man.
Abuse of power. That's abuse. What? This motherfucker was putting that godly dick in teenagers.
Man.
Hey, he did that shit for the Lord.
My brother.
Woo!
My brother-in-law would like to tune in for a minute. So if you want, you can put the link in the thing, please. But yeah, man, just a video, or we just gonna shoot from the hip with this shit, man.
Hey, man, this is it. So there's no video. You guys want to see it? Was there a video?
Yes,
I saw there was a video. Yeah,
it's a video.
Yeah, I got it. Shit, I just got the one with old boy just talking about it.
You know what? It don't even matter. Poor Man's Podcast? Who was it? Poor Man's Podcast?
Undisputed.
Shout out to Poor Man Podcast. He's got some dope shit. He real fucking dope,
He's
man.
dope.
Shout out, homie.
Oh, look! They made this shit private. They made the YouTube video of the church service private. So
seriously?
Yeah, we
Fuck
can
it, we
pick that
can
shit up.
rip.
Yeah,
Let's go with
fine.
that. Let's go with that. Because I'm not shocked. So for everybody that's watching, what happened is this young lady right here on the right on the stage, and I think it was her husband or her boyfriend. They confronted the pastor. I'm thinking it's the dude in the suit jacket. I guess he was retiring, and you know they attended the ceremony. They stepped up on stage, and she let him know that homeboy was taking liberties with her. Man, she would be back there in his office, and you know that motherfucker would be doing what he do. You know, which we don't condone here, and please don't take the tone in which I'm saying this shit as we do. But she took it upon herself to do absolutely what she should have done, which was confront this motherfucker in front of the congregation and do you know, and put this motherfucker on blast for being exactly what he is, a monster. And I was proud of her husband or significant other, life partner, whatever, for supporting her. And the shit and giggles part of this is after they said what they had to say, those fuckers in the church stood up and gave that bastard a standing ovation. As if that young lady didn't just say as a child, this bastard fucking raped me.
Yeah.
And the other key part of the story is he called himself doing a who was the priest, the pastor back home that always used to get caught, man?
You ain't gonna say his name. Nah. I know you talk about. I know you talk about. Yeah, we ain't gonna.
So no. I wasn't. He was a televangelist. That's who I'm talking about. Okay.
Televangelist. Yeah,
televangelist.
Yeah.
But okay. So he called himself, I guess, making a confession. And what he did was he fucked around with the words and said, well, yeah, I just had an extramarital affair. I stepped out on my wife. But what it was he was fucking that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And these fuckers actually stood up. Grandparents in there, fathers, mothers, aunties, uncles, cousins, brothers. They all got a woman in their family. Them hoes in the church, because that's what I'm gonna call them bitches, stood up and they gave that man a fucking standing ovation after that young lady said that this motherfucker was a sexual predator and he took advantage of me.
He's a man of the cloth, man. He could do no wrong. What was that with Eddie Long? When he got jammed up and they rebaptized his ass or some shit.
Yeah, they was just trying to wash that poop off his penis.
See, that part too. So yeah, I mean, it goes down in the church.
The only cloth this motherfucker is a man of is the cloth that he used to wipe the evidence off that little girl. That's it. But yeah. I mean, and it just goes to show you.
Does it really shock you, man, about what goes on inside the confines of organized religion?
Absolutely not, because I've seen this before. It was a young man though.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I might be getting it confused with a film, but I think this actually happened. But I think that was what was it? Red Hook Summer. Spike Lee did a movie about something this.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, and gentlemen come in and say, hey, this cat took advantage of me. And the church was just like, oh, don't do this here. Don't.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you mean don't do this here? He
Yeah.
he took advantage of me here, motherfucker. You know, and so I'm not shocked. What I'm more shocked about is the congregation, because it's no different than there was a documentary done called Deliver Us from Evil, where this young lady she did a film about this pastor who had been going from parish to parish molesting children. And yeah, this motherfucker's a demon. I mean,
that's what they do when they get caught. They shift them. They move them on. Like, oh, we got to take them to to their rehab.
There you go. And so
then they relocate them.
Right. And so you watching this like this dude is a fucking monster, man. But then it's like, who's holding the leash on this motherfucker? And you see how evil that fucking church was to just pass him, around from church. This dude was across the street from kids. He wasn't even supposed to be with, a certain amount of miles from school or whatever. And he's just got his hands on hips looking like red Skittle, blue Skittle, green Skittle, and it's just, it's just the common denominator in this shit is the people, man, from the parents who's like, oh, we didn't think he would do this, so we let him stay at the house, to the parishioners, to the fucking church elders themselves. Like, that's why I say, what the fuck good do these institutions do in 2022?
Yeah, they can't protect the innocent.
Right.
They're not there to protect the innocent.
It's the innocent. Come on, man. I mean, these people pay good money.
To what?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a huge delay in this. Yeah, like these people are paying. These people are paying to get taken advantage of. Okay, when you step through a church, them motherfuckers are selling hope, and they have no fucking idea, just like you do, about what's on the other side. Okay, so they are selling you a fucking dream. And then when they sell you that dream and a zipper comes down and they end up taking advantage of one of your fucking kids, that's on you. Okay, so stop looking at these fucking churches like they're the bad guys. All right, time to take some personal accountability in here.
Right.
Sending your fucking kids to these churches.
And that was my point. But the only thing is, I agree with you on everything. The only thing I say is, ain't nobody paying for their kids to get fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously,
you are if you send them there.
We are all adults, and as children, we knew those preachers were fucking kids. Okay,
well,
we knew that as children, and then we grew up to do the same shit. I mean, I got a 24-year-old. I wouldn't send my son to the fucking church ever.
They probably still try to fuck because he's 24. But this is what I'm saying. Hollywood. I mean, it's to the point where Hollywood makes feature films about this shit. Michael Keaton, James Ruffalo was in the joint about them doing that shit. I mean, this one wasn't necessarily about the church, but what was the one with Brad Pitt and them? Where they went to the boys' home. It was like a youth camp for troubled minors, and Kevin Bacon and them was fucking the shit out of them.
See, I didn't even that.
Oh man,
even on the radar, man.
Oh man, it's a good movie. It's sad, but it's good. Some say it's based on a true story. But either way, man, it's like we, as a society, man, society has to get past its pride and wanting to save face on shit like this. I mean, it's bad enough that you got these organizations, that want to prey on children. It's bad enough that you have actual supposed doctors out there who want to rename pedophilia minor attracted people or some shit, because these motherfuckers don't like the name pedophile. But it's like, once you start changing the name, then the rules gonna start to change. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't fucking my child, and I don't care about the law at that point. At that point, I don't care. Like, we not gonna play this game of, oh, we gonna let the law handle everything. Nah, motherfucker, you fuck my kid. This 38. No, I need someone with a longer barrel. But it's gonna fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Can't do a snub nose. But it's gonna bust off too. Cause I mean, it's sick people in the world, man, and it's sick what adults are doing. It's fucking sick. It's kind of like, and I'm not, again, kids, we kids are off limits. I'm talking about the adults that let this little boy do this. But it's like the drag kid. If you feel like a girl, that's one thing. but then to parade him around, or her, whatever the fuck you want to be called, in front of other adults, dancing and splitting, like you know, and prancing and shit.
Show, man. If that's your talent,
it is, man. That's it. That's where they at. You saw that just happened. That school just got busted for holding a drag.
Come on, man.
A drag show without parents' permission. So
come on, man.
You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I understand how you feel about having it inside your house or whatever, but then bringing it outside and, you know, like you say, prancing and, you know, doing all that in front of other people. Hey, man, to each his own. That's their kid. They have to handle that. That's something they got to walk through, man. They got to deal with that.
Absolutely, Ed. I was just saying,
charged money.
So I just want to say I find this topic particularly triggering as a survivor of a cult in Youngstown, 1812 Oak Hill Avenue.
That's why I didn't want to say the name. That's why I didn't want to say the name.
Well,
I wasn't talking about
this
that.
Whole topic. Yeah, no, I know he wasn't because
I was talking Jimmy Swagger.
His brothers, it wasn't him. His brothers was messing with children.
Gotcha.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but
I knew many of those children because they were my counterparts and my classmates and so on and so forth.
Right.
You know, when someone makes a joke about their family member who has a position in an organization and says, well, simply don't shower when they're in the locker room. Why the fuck are they in the locker room in the first place? Right.
Facts.
So I never found that joke funny.
Right.
And I was always told not to even go in there when that individual was in there. And I was like, but why are we still going to this school and this organization? Right. So what you got to understand is, and I won't bore the audience unless they're interested in knowing something further, that this is not against the religion. That's what people have to come out from under the misunderstanding of. You know, the higher you go in these religions, you find that they are one and the same. And there are different scriptures that are not taught to the parishioners, and the clergy are not even all fully abreast of them until they graduate. That there's teachings in a book called the Talmud that do not frown upon pedophilia. In fact, they say that it can be done in order to garner power from the innocent, and that no harm is done because they can be reflowered. And if it's a male, well, let's just say that's the reason why they encourage circumcision. Right. That's why they encourage circumcision, because you can't, if it's a male, you can't prove abuse. You know,
Dookie caught up in that hanging meat. Go ahead.
No, but he was, you know, I understand what Drews are talking about, because certain mindsets when, like over in Africa, back when AIDS was highly, you know, prevalent, they were saying reason why is because a lot of guys, because of their religion, told them that if they had sex with a virgin, it may cure them.
Well,
you know, at the height of that,
not even the superstition, that would be one of the superstitions, but the actual dogma of this book justifies things like inadvertent murder. If you, for example, slash a tire, the air goes out, the person wrecks and they die, you didn't directly murder them, so you can't be guilty of a murder. I mean, these are what they consider higher consciousness ways of thinking, right? And so even when you mention Hollywood, you got people out there. I'm not going to put this star's name back out there because I don't want to give him whatever. But he said that he screwed another rock star from the UK. And they said, so are you homosexual? He said, no. They said, are you bisexual? He said, no, I'm a god. When you reach a level of a god, you can fuck whoever you want to. You can let whoever you want fuck you, right?
You just a gay motherfucker with a mental disorder.
Well, see, listen.
Go ahead, brother.
He's fluid. He's fluid.
Yeah, you got it. That's the mindset. So because they can't hide it no more, that's what they're doing when they say birthing people. When they say, what do you say? Minor attracted, or how'd you put it?
It's called a MAP, minor attracted persons.
Minor attracted persons, right?
Wow.
So that's what they're doing. They're just telling you what they do. Instead of giving it a label, they'd rather hear the definition. And that's really fucked up and backwards, but that's what the game they're playing. They can't hide it no more.
Well, it's no different than, you know, you got these women out here that's saying, hey, I'm gonna fuck whoever I want, but don't call me a slut. No slut shaming. We ain't doing that. But where your cousin at, and your uncle and your great granddad, because I'm fucking them all at the same time. That's all it is. Yeah, it's the same shit.
This is what I hate about American.
Don't shame me for wanting to fuck your kid, is what they saying. Go ahead.
It's because a word like slut doesn't even mean that. A slut is an unkempt woman. A woman who keeps her house poorly is a slut, right? Just like the word for homosexual used to be what a faggot, right? But now if you say that word in that context,
Drizzy said that.
the ember of a cigarette,
right? Was a fag.
And then we would say when we were younger, flamer, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who's flamboyant, right? Braggadocious about their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So why saying out loud what they're exemplifying? How's that become offensive now? To the point where you can be shut down, shut up, and shut away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We come a long way, because I remember watching Sanford and Son when he was like, "Oh, you know that boy a little." But man, it was just like, what is that?
But it's all about the normalization.
Right.
Yeah, it's all about the normalization of the shit. That's why when you start making people comfortable, it's like this shit, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's don't call them illegal immigrants. They undocumented citizens. No, motherfucker, they still broke the law. It's illegal. What's wrong with saying it's illegal? See, when you start changing the names and shit, you start making it, more comfortable and acceptable. That's why, I'm not saying this. Certain people said that once you started giving certain groups their rights, it was going to open the doors for this other weird shit. And that's what we seeing. You seeing more and more people sit up in front of a stage. I don't know if that's not Ted. It was something else. And it's like, yeah, we shouldn't demonize pedophiles just because they're attracted to children. Fucking women saying this. The fuck is wrong with you? And so you add to that a church full of people that's giving a pedophile a standing ovation. And it's like, what hope do you have for the society?
Amen. I like how you wrap that back up.
Yes,
I think we spent way too much time on this.
Let's get it. Come on.
Let's hit the gas, man. No brakes.
Let's get it.
But thank you all for that one, man, for wrapping that.
Oh, thank you all, my brother.
Bringing that right back home to that damn congregation.
I hope that I was able to explain the sickness behind the mindset of those who.
Dude, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. Supposed to, Sensei. Yeah.
Shit. We got that Netflix documentary about the doctor who
this is a rough one.
Sperm out for
190 something kids and they still counting.
Hold on, and then, this is the one where the girls sued because they didn't want to be in the doc, right? I think don't they have a legal footing on this? It was like, man, if everybody else is cool with it and I said no and signed off saying I don't want to participate, don't use my name. You know what I mean? That could mess them up on all kind of shit.
Well, it was the name and their childhood likeness was accidentally shown. It was just a picture. Go ahead.
I get that, but how was that accident if you signed off? I mean,
no, listen, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
That's a lawsuit and a half. Like, dude, I own that shit now.
You just hit something, Ed. Blame it on the editor.
No, if you signed off, right? Don't they send you something?
Right.
If they're doing,
but the producer's not the editor, the director's not the editor, right?
I get that, but somebody's going to be held accountable because if they have a nice little legal team,
sure,
yeah, that's
what come in and be like, y'all. I'm trying to word this the right way in the legal jargon so that fuck. Anyway, they got a case. They got a case.
Absolutely.
Netflix fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's foul. That's foul.
I mean, the shit is already embarrassing enough.
Definitely.
To find out that pretty much your mother was raped. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
No.
She got foreign semen in her, man. She
paid to get foreign semen in her.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But not him.
I understand that. I get it.
That was against her will.
Yeah, man. You gotta call it like it is, man.
Right.
That's what it was.
When you take the decision away from somebody, that's rape.
Rape.
So child support is rape?
I believe so. But we just speaking about this.
Yeah, we just talking. Yeah, we just talking about.
No, I'm with you.
No, but see, you can't call it. That's why I say you can't call it rape. Her biological property was violated.
Hey, okay, we can say that, but what you talk about as far as child support, we call it extortion.
That is
extortion. Man. What I'm saying is this shit was of a sexual nature. This doctor was supposed to give the chick. Hey, the lady probably picked like a 6'4" black dude's sperm. And he was like, we won't be having any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and so, I mean, it's not every day she picked
LeBron. And then ended up getting Santa Claus.
It got Colonel Sanders, man. She got this.
I didn't order a Santa Claus, baby.
Right, like half the count of your brother and sister, man.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah. Do you think
what's up?
Do you think this would since it's on Netflix and it's in the news now that this documentary blew up bigger than what these people who signed off on this agreement, it got bigger than what they expected. And then at a certain point, they're like, we could let this slide, but now I want more money. I mean, is that a possibility? I haven't seen the documentary. I just learned about it when you guys put this shit up there. But if this documentary got bigger than what they expected, maybe these people are coming back for bigger checks.
Can I say this? I actually thought about that side of the game. Because how the fuck you sign off? What was you just signing off to give up some information, but don't put my name or likeness in there?
Right.
I'm with you. That's a possibility.
It is, and I think they probably was just like, off rip. It's embarrassing enough. Fuck that. I don't. I'm not here for the check. But if you fuck me over, you damn right you're gonna pay for it, because now that's a character assassination. Now you plug in my name, this shit gonna pop up. You go for a job, all kind of background checks. This shit is going to pop up, and they're going to have to pay for that.
Yeah.
That was my whole point. When you sign off on it, it's like, dude, just keep me the fuck away from it. Yeah, I'm one of the many, but you ain't got to drop my name. That you can leave out, and you chose not to.
What if somebody like, man, you shouldn't sign up for that shit in the first place?
Well, they probably contacted them.
That's what I would say.
They probably contacted them and was like, "Hey, do you want to participate? Check this box." No, I don't. No, I don't want. Don't bring no camera crew. I don't want to do no video. I don't want to submit anything. Just leave me out of it. You got enough candidates who want to participate in whatever and get famous. Let them do what they do. But I want to chill on the sideline, and you got to respect that.
They need to figure out if this motherfucker practice somewhere else.
Shit, I don't think you need to practice anymore.
Man.
You got it right 108 times. Like, one of the things is how private is your privacy.
It's not. We was just talking about that in here.
When we read the article, and it said that this woman thought she was an only child, and then she went and took a DNA test, and that DNA test popped up a bunch of relatives. Okay. Now, with that DNA test, she saw that she had a long line of brothers and sisters out there. And if that shows up on the internet, or it shows up in these DNA 24andMe or whatever it is, 23andMe, how private is it? Really, all you need is one of these people to come forward, and you can include the rest of the information that they provided. So it could have been one of her siblings that added all this other shit onto the documentary. It's like they're suing because their privacy was violated. But then again, you gave your fucking DNA to a company that in turn sells your DNA information to public entities. So just following me here. So a couple of years ago, they had a person that went on 23andMe or Ancestry.com or whatever, and he was looking for his relatives, submitted his DNA, and the California police arrested a serial killer from the 1970s or the 1960s. Okay.
Heard about that.
That the cop? That was the cop, wasn't it?
He was the cop.
Yeah.
All right. So here you go. You have a serial killer that was out and free and clear for decades. And then he has a nephew or something that submitted his DNA. Like, there's no privacy there. There's no privacy even in your medical information. So I don't see where yes, Netflix violated their privacy, but how private is your privacy if you gave your shit away to a DNA matching company?
Well, that's different.
I get what you're saying.
Not everybody's not all these entities are Netflix.
And not
everybody's doing a documentary.
Right. And that was what they agreed to some shit that said they wouldn't put their shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but your shit. Listen, man.
We give away a lot of our private information to the public and private corporations.
Hold on, we don't give away shit. It's out there. It's not Cuddy. Listen, man.
You have a Facebook page. You gave your likeness.
I ain't
away.
know that motherfucker no more, but it's still there.
It doesn't matter if you're not on there anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They have servers that keep your shit, and you signed away your likeness rights.
Cuddy, you think that shit wasn't already out there? Let me tell you something, man.
No, I'm not. It was definitely out there. Yeah.
I typed my wife's name in the fucking thing, and Google show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, God damn. Like, for real? Like, this shit is all on here. If anybody think this shit is private, like, nah, son, you are fucking fool. And that's what homie wrote that book Permanent Record about.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is private anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I get it, but somebody got to be held accountable.
I hear what you're saying.
Especially if we had a contract.
Blame the editor.
And then we gonna sue the editor, and hopefully he got good insurance, and Netflix will pay that fee for him, and they'll get a check. They get a check behind it.
Just saying, Netflix could have just went on Facebook and look for those siblings and just download photos.
They could have, but they got into an agreement with these folks.
Oh, wait a minute, wasn't there a class action? Wasn't there a class action against him? Because what he did is not just criminal; it's civil, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be.
I wonder what this fool's end game was, because he, as a doctor, he's got to understand what we just discussed.
This motherfucker see.
Oh, what? I'm sure he was freaking out when that cop got busted through 23andMe, through that whole DNA test, and that's one of my red flags for me not wanting to do one of those, because shit, ain't no telling. Like, hey man, we got your DNA on what?
Right.
Well, the red flag for me is
you ain't even got to do it.
Facts. I know. Yeah, because of the doctor, because of where I go. I hear what you're saying, Tay.
Hey, but check this out.
The fact that it's only 0.03% accurate. It's mainly for entertainment value. You got motherfuckers claiming tribes that they ain't even from.
Right. That's 100. That's 100 though.
Yeah, very true.
I'm a quarter Snow Creek Seminole.
Right.
Really? Okay, guy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, okay, bro.
Go get your family.
I am of the Mende people.
Yeah. Let me just inject this little conspiracy theory of mine. Okay, so we go back and talking about DNA. So the immortal life of Henrietta Lacks. The court ruled that her medical waste was not her. It was not her property any longer once it became medical waste, and that's how they got away with taking advantage of her
super gene
royalties on immortal cell lines.
Super gene. Yeah.
So here we go, where all of us have donated blood or have had lab results run, just in general shit, right? Now your name is attached to some medical waste that these companies could surely pay for and have DNA profiles on everyone.
But isn't that along the same lines as when one of these basketball players or rappers eating a condom and throw that shit in the trash? and the girl take it and get herself pregnant, use it to impregnate herself. And he's trying to say, hey, she took my DNA, and they like, well, no, once you threw that shit in the trash, it wasn't yours.
You better get your hot sauce like Drake.
Isn't that alone the same thing? Yeah. That Tabasco, that red hot.
Shout outs to Drake.
Red dot. Shout outs to Drizzy. Drizzy's hot sauce.
What's
anyway,
what does that even mean? I'm not him.
Shout out to DJ LOH on the ones and twos. What's up?
All right, man. Let's get off.
Wait. Let's get off. What's the hot sauce?
Oh, what's up?
What? Oh, you didn't hear about what Drake did?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear about it.
My. Well, he was getting down with some young lady, and once he got done, he took the package, and
put some sriracha in that motherfucker.
Yeah. He put it in the condom and threw it away, and old girl
went slick.
Yeah, she went in there, and what I was just talking about, went and tried to get the baby batter, and she ended up burning herself.
Yeah, she got that Cajun baby batter.
She got the hot shot.
Yeah, you can't tell me she ain't smell that hot sauce. Any one of us can.
If you putting that in there and you see that the brother's juice is red.
Right.
Come on,
right,
now.
Bitch.
That's what your ass get.
Either he didn't fucked with it or he a demon. And
but yeah, man, shouts out to Drake again for on that fly shit. That was some fly
shit. He got a condom filled with that Hellboy.
That was well worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for filling me in on that one. That was well worth it.
What's that little devil from the them old ass cartoons? He used to be Casper, that little devil.
Casper.
I don't remember the little devil.
Tasmanian, man.
It was a little red devil. He used to wear a diaper.
Tail, and he had a diaper on. Yep, I remember.
He had a pitchfork.
Wow, you got me on that one, pimp.
Yeah, he the little mascot on the Wicked Wheel. I go play at the casino. You know what I'm saying?
Wicked Wheel.
The Wicked Wheel.
He old. He got his own slot machine. Like,
right. That's the only one I play.
That's the only one I play, man. I dropped
maybe a couple
$45 on that bitch.
Goddamn right. Ain't make nothing in Vegas.
As soon as I got up, that motherfucker hit.
That's what they all say.
Hey, listen,
I warmed it up for you.
I'm like that too.
That pot.
Because on the Wicked Wheel, the devil come up and say 4 times, 2 times, 3 times. It'll spit coins in the thing. So at a certain point, it'll start tipping. It'll be all flaming and shit. Well, I won't get off that bitch unless the fucking thing tips so I can play my progressive. Because all it takes is for the next person to sit down, the devil come up, and they get the progressive, and they gonna win off my money. Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
But then I get
like my
broken
grandmother, man.
Yeah.
Gonna win off my money. That is not your seat. Like my bucket was right there. You can't sit there. My bucket
is see me at bingo.
There's always somebody. There's always that one person that's sitting there watching.
All day. That's what you're supposed to do.
With their legs crossed and they be sitting there like this.
Listen,
I learned that from old white ladies, man.
I told them,
what are they doing, man? They sitting there watching you warm it up.
They about to eat off you real quick.
Yes, sir.
Get from over my shoulder, motherfucker.
Yes,
exactly. I hate when they come asking you, "How you doing?"
Yeah. Well, I'm a motherfucking bingo. And bingo, I got all my little shit out in front and bingo.
Yeah,
my little lucky shit.
You got all your little trolls. You got your lucky trolls.
My daubers, shit.
Daubers.
I ain't went in years. I went in Washington State, drunk to the motherfucker. Was up in that.
You sound like LOH, man. That's her thing. She got like 18,
bingo the shit.
18 boards, man. I like, man, give me a machine.
Bingo.
With those things. I ain't fucking with the daubers, man. Give me a machine.
Yeah, bingo the shit, man. Bingo the shit.
It really is.
I fucked with bingo.
I wish they'd just get a better filtration system in there, man, because it ain't nothing but smoke filled folks, and I can't sit in a room.
That's how the casino is too.
I can't sit in there with all that smoke for X amount of time. But Brother Tank, could you go ahead and shuffle us along a little bit?
Oh yeah.
I bet it is, DJ LOH. I bet it is. I should go play out that motherfucker in and out in 1 hour. You be hitting?
No, that means you in and out in one. That's it. That's a done deal.
Yeah,
you break bread and that's it.
Oh.
Man.
So teacher cuts 5-year-old hair without permission and then goes on a fucking run.
They knew. They ain't running from the law. They ain't running from the law. Believe that. They ain't running from the law.
Let me say this, man. This shit keeps happening. This is something that happened before. Cut another little girl's hair. And the problem I have with this is the story never seems to end with the parent whooping the teacher ass.
Oh, it's not. You can't. Yeah, in this
bullshit. I'm taking the time because you know what? That's assault, man. and you know what? This shit keep happening to our kids because you know you want to go through. These people don't give a fuck about due process because it favors them, and we seeing too often, too many times where these teachers are doing what they want to do with these kids. Case in point. Poor Man's Podcast. Brother had to go check a fucking teacher because this bitch decided that she want to put his 2-year-old grandson in a fucking dress.
Yeah.
And when he was trying to say something to her, like, well, because you're not on the list, I need you to go talk to this person. He's like, fuck that. I'm talking to you. You don't do that shit. You don't go against my wishes or what I want to do with my child and put him in no fucking dress. She's like, don't talk to me like that in front of my kids. He's like, yo, kids, you know. So you seeing these teachers, man, you know, they really out of pocket, and they get real out of pocket with our kids. See, if they did that with you know, that other part of society, they know it'd be hell to pay, but they do it with ours.
They do it because they think we don't nobody's gonna show up for them,
right?
You know, and that be the issue, you know, because a lot of folks, you know, you go to a PTA meeting, you don't see the likes of us, you know, beating down the door to get in, you know, to the front row and you know, take care of that. But
what I did see, and you're right. Matter of fact, let me back up. You absolutely right, Mr. Kobler. You would not believe, you know, and it ain't nothing where I'm thinking I'm special, but you wouldn't believe. You know, I was always up at the junior highs and I was always up at the high schools. And, you know, they like, man, we wish we can get parents in here like this.
See, that part.
We wish we can get parents. These parents don't want to come. And if they say they're going to come, they don't show up. And so what I was going to say was I seen one story where motherfucker cut they kids' hair. Homie went up there with some clippers and cut the teacher's hair.
Nice.
Cut the teacher's hair.
Eye for an eye, man.
Eye for an eye, man. Like I ain't gonna hit you. I'm just gonna cut.
But sit down. But sit down a little bit. Let me take a couple inches off the top.
Yeah, let me fade that side a little bit, bitch.
Let me hit you a little bit. Let me let you feel this metal.
Right. You know, so but it's again, man. We seeing stories. This is just one thing, but we seeing kids come home. Teachers then gave them the black kid the monkey award.
Yeah,
you know they doing slave play in the class.
The state of Mississippi.
Yeah, that Mississippi tank.
Yeah,
Mississippi.
But it's you seeing it everywhere. You see it everywhere.
It don't matter. It's school. Like they cut that kid that wrestler's hair. You know, somebody he can't compete because his hair is in the way or whatever. But he made it all the way to.
Can I tell y'all a disturbing story?
Proceed.
A few years ago, I took my eldest son to the doctor. He was complaining about some things, some issues, and his mom wasn't taking him. So I took him to the doctor in my hometown, our hometown.
Okay.
Walk into the office. Now, mind you, this is an office that I have been seen in many times years prior. I had a rapport with them, right? Thought everything was cool. We get inside the what do you call it? The
motherfuckers.
The room where they do the anyway.
The examination room.
The examination room. Thank you. The nurse comes in and asks me to step out so that she can talk to my son.
Yeah.
I said, excuse me? I said, he's a minor. I said, the police can't even talk to him without me or his mother. She said, oh, well, this new law says that we have to ask you to step out so that we can ask him some personal questions. I said, what does an 11-year-old have that's personal? She said, oh, this is what the law says. I read that law, man. I said, listen, man.
Time to move.
If people, no, it's time to move on the goddamn place where they convene.
Got you.
What the fuck is wrong with people? And my mom has always made the statement. Listen, I'm not going to go on a tangent. Don't worry. She's always said, while men slept. And I used to like ignore her because I'm like, Mom, there you go with that biblical, haiku form poetry phraseology. But as I have gotten more mature, I realized what she's saying. While you slept overnight, while C-SPAN was on, and you weren't paying no attention, they voted on something that's going to affect your everyday life. Mm-hmm. And so this is why I brought this up, and I'm going to cap it off. I have to have a differing opinion on the haircutting. If people don't make themselves aware of their history, they are doomed to repeat the same. This happened with the Rappahannock, with the Narragansett, with the Pokanoket. They literally killed off all the Pokanoket adults, took the children, put them in free Indian schools, cut their hair, mutilated their tribal markings, refused to allow them to speak their own native language, and couldn't even speak the name of their own goddamn tribe.
They did it to
the whole generation.
They did it to the Aboriginals too.
Listen, they are Aboriginals. We're all Aboriginals. If
I'm
you
speaking
ain't
Australia, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. They did the same thing everywhere. They used the game plan from here first.
Yeah.
And then they applied that game plan, as you know, worldwide.
Colonialism.
Yeah.
We'll continue.
So we're looking at colonialism, and here's the problem. When you allow your oppressor to educate your child, you are a goddamn fool. And I'm going to say it like this. They have every right to do it because you have signed paperwork that you didn't read to enroll them.
Well,
there it is.
They ain't got every right.
That's 100%.
Yes,
that's 100%.
During those 8 hours, they're not your property.
Listen,
I'm trying to tell you.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying they ain't got every right to fuck. You fuck with my listen. They know I be up at that school just like this. With these basketball shorts on that don't match and these Goonie shirts. I'm ready to squab with them.
Painless up there with jogging pants and no drawers on.
You fucking right.
Who want to wrestle with me?
Let me say this.
This is how you're right, and I'm with you. But this is what you got to let them know from the gate. I'm trusting you with them to a certain point. If my baby comes home and tells me XYZ, now you've put them on what they call notice. Shouldn't have to, but you do.
Yeah, but you have to be present. You have to let them know that somebody's representing that child.
That's
day in,
absolutely
day out.
Absolutely.
Because you got kids who go through high school and all these other schools through one system and never met and the parents never met their damn teachers.
Let me tell you something.
Not one time.
Let me tell you something.
You're right.
I'll be up in my daughter's school sweating for no reason. In 70-degree weather, just sweating, staring at the fucking teacher like, if she's staying over school, I'm staying over school. Ain't nothing you need to talk to her about that. See, look, this is my thing.
Yep.
What you saying about them? What you saying about those laws are right? Two quick things. My youngin had an appointment. The bitch gonna tell us. Well, he's 16, so I need his permission. My wife said, he live in under my fucking roof. I'm giving you the permission for him to blah, 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 blah. Let's take it back to the beginning of the school year. We sitting in the auditorium. It's me and my kid, these parents and their kids. The principal giving this fucking speech. And he's saying shit like, yeah, we want to make sure that the kids are safe because we know the kids can't be productive if they're not in a safe environment. This doesn't just mean inside the school. It means outside the school as well. If you're being bullied or something like that, hey, if something is going on at the house, you can come tell us. We're mandated reporters. Nigga, what gives you the balls to tell my kid to snitch on what the fuck goes on in my crib?
Yeah.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? And see, even the teachers are agreeing that this shit is failing. They shouldn't have these computers. What's this? Marcus Manson, Musa Morgan,
My dude, what's going on, Mark?
What's happening?
What's cracking? Shout out to Man Samusa. What it is, homie. Shout out from 3 p.m. Dizzle. Featuring the man in the myth who explains the man in the myths. We got a croaker sack giveaway. No, I'm just kidding. So,
in a fish sandwich dinner.
In a fish sandwich. With some soggy bread.
White bread. Soggy white bread.
Oh, soggy white bread.
With the malt liquor of your choice. The malt liquor of your choice.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, man, it's just, you know, these people do feel like they can be in your house. And like I was saying, these teachers, they like, these kids ain't learning. They got these computers, they doing everything else. They don't know how to study the work. They just going straight and getting the answer, and they doing everything else. We can't discipline them. I told the one motherfucker, I said, what you telling me for? I didn't talk to him at nauseam. What you want me to do? They shut the fuck up right there. Well, his homework, I said, what you want me to do? We tell him to read it. We always tell him. He don't want, he say he don't do it.
But see, here's the thing. Those same people will knock
What's up?
on your door and say he's truant and put your ass in jail.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a game. Man, look, that's what I'm saying. I understand what the panel feel because I watched the show. You should be able to whoop the failure out of a kid's ass. All kids ain't the same. Some of them you can negotiate with and talk with, like the Cuddy. The Cuddy got 2 beautiful children, man. My little cousins are 2 beautiful kids. The youngest is so fucking intelligent and so ahead of her. You can talk to her. Some of these other motherfuckers, though, you should be able to put on some tap dancing shoes with the metal bottoms and just crescent kick the fuck out of them. That's what you need to be able to do. Because I'm telling you, all the people that say I didn't like getting my ass whooped that I hear from, all doing well in life. And then all these other motherfuckers, it's a lack of discipline and proper parenting in the home. I'm just saying, man.
These people, like you said, it's some. Because like you said, because you got them kids who end up liking getting their ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, that's the only way I get some attention, you know, by acting up. You know, I get one-on-one time with mom. I get one-on-one time with dad.
I'm glad you said that.
When he putting you know, his hands on him. You know what I mean? It's a 50-50 ball.
And they grow up to be adults who can't get off unless you put their hands on them.
But listen, listen. Check this out, though. I'm not saying y'all wrong. What I'm saying is this. The ass whooping is not the first resort.
Right.
That's the last resort of last resort. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to even beg you. I'm going to let other people talk with you. I'm going to put you on the trophy system. But when I see that shit don't work, I'm going to crack off in that ass. The problem with a lot of these youngsters is they don't have a fucking fear factor. So they don't understand coming up in this society, when you make the wrong move, especially depending on what your cue is, the punishment is going to be different.
We grew up with stress.
Yeah.
We were worried about that ass whooping. I remember my mom told me she didn't yell, and I think that's probably what was a little extra off-putting. She said, look here, I'm getting all these progress reports about you, you know, and your grades.
Mm-hmm.
If you flunk, and for those who don't know what flunking is, that means being held back.
Yeah, held back.
I'm going to beat you every day of the summer until you go back to school.
God damn.
That was the end of that.
That was the end of that.
That was just not the whooping, because I knew, you know, moms was always nice with her hands.
Yeah.
But just her tone.
Moms had paws.
Yeah. It was just her tone. And she said it and it was just like went on about her business. And that stuck with me. Like, I got to tighten up.
Let me tell you something.
I got to fucking tighten up, man. I mean, think about getting your ass beat every day of the summer.
Man.
Until you went back to school.
My mom's caught me in the jaw one time. I could have swore this motherfucker did a camp with Sonny Liston. She was nice with the balls. Bout game real. But this is what it is. See, my mother, I averaged about one ass whooping a year. But see, the ass whooping for me was good because I knew when I was about to make a mistake. Cause that ass whooping bulb will start lighting up. Like, man, if I had to ask myself,
that's like you said, that lack of fear factor.
Yeah,
that lack of fear factor.
Is this gonna get my ass whooped? And if I was asking that question, I was like, man, I ain't even fucking with this, man. I ain't even doing that.
That's when you transition, because that's when you realize I need to stop doing shit that's gonna make me say I'm sorry.
Right. Now, again, for all the listeners, you do have beautiful children. Like I said, the Cuddy kids, you can rap with them. But I just believe if I got to fuck you up to make sure, let me say this, and I say this real quick, and I say this humbly, man. I seen something and it makes me sad because I got a heart, and when I do my job, I work in a hospital. You get these people less fortunate, by whatever means. You got some people that's got some mental issues. That's for the Cuddy. You got some people that's got some needle issues. That's me saying this. And some glass dick issues. And the saddest thing is because they still human beings. And the saddest thing is to see somebody come in and play sick or like they got something going on so they can get a turkey sandwich in a bed for till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to see somebody who ain't all there, but they trying to hold it together just so they can sit in the room, in the waiting room till 6 a.m. and keep quiet. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to be in the cold. I begged the cat one time. He had whatever going on, and they was ready to get rid of him. And they called us, and I said, listen, sir, let me tell you something. It's cold as a motherfucker right now. I said, please don't give these people a hard time. They wanted us to put them out, but I'm trying to plead with the man. I said, please don't say another fucking word. Keep your mouth shut. I said, because they're going to kick you. I said, sir, I said, it's bitter out there. I said, I was just out there, man. I said, please don't say nothing, man. I said, you got this, that, and the other going on. I said, you legitimately need the help. And come to find out, he had some shit wrong with him, but I reached him. They was asking him questions and he wouldn't say shit. He would just nod. And it's just, if I got to whoop your ass so that you know how to feed yourself, put a roof over your head, clothe yourself, and you got the necessities in life and a comfortable life, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. If the conversation don't work. And that's my diatribe. I'm sorry.
Next.
My father used to say, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And he said, trust me, I'm whooping you because I love you. And he said, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out before I let another person do it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Listen, man, that shit literally brought tears to my eyes seeing that shit one night.
Yeah.
You see old people with piss and shit all over me. You like, man, they be like, get them out of here. I'm like,
can't do that, man. Don't want to do that.
I gotta put this person out.
Especially if they ain't doing shit and if there's a seat for them and all they doing is sitting. Had the same situation, man. I had to run, the homeless out of the sports book. They sitting there.
Yeah.
As long as you're not asleep, you could sit in the sports book 24/7. You just watching, Sports Center and all the other shit in the ticker.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you catch a motherfucker like this,
you
got to go. Hey, man, you got to go. You can't be in here. But if you try to make some noise to wake the motherfucker up before they see you on camera, and then you go look at him and you got proof like, hey, man, when I got there, he was up. So we'll stomp. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to do the paperwork and do all that bullshit. We're just trying to like, hey, man, he watching TV. It's over.
And you're not heartless.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You're not heartless, bro.
It's 1,000 degrees outside. It's AC in here. You feel what I'm saying? And he's just trying to cool the fuck off. He watching TV, ain't fucking with nobody.
Right.
And that's the rule. As long as he's not asleep, anybody could sit in the damn sports book.
Yeah. And see, like I said in that hospital, man, it's like, hey, as long as you act cool, as long as you cool, we ain't getting you out of there. I be trying, can I get a meal? I'm like, I'll just wait right here. I got you.
Yeah.
Come back here to cut somebody out. You like,
motherfucker. Gotta go. Gotta go.
What?
I told you. Just sit here, man. I got you. Just sit here. Chill out.
One woman started running her mouth. One of them, hey, shut your fucking mouth. He said, you piss on this floor, I'm kicking you out. Stay out, mind your business. You can sit in here long as you're quiet. We not heartless, man, but you know, you see your babies, man. You know that that's somebody's baby. You know, at some point, even to this day in their existence, somebody care about them but can't deal with them. And they coming up in there and everybody know what's going on. They like, hey, man, you want something to eat? All right, go ahead, lay down for a minute.
Right.
You see shit crawling all over them. Yeah. I'll be goddamned if I don't take every goddamn step possible. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna buy you shit. When I see that ain't working and using me, I'm gonna whip that ass. Not abuse.
I gave you a shot. I gave you my time. Right. Now I got to give you these paws.
Right. You know? Right. Because you know I don't want that for nobody, man. It's some sad shit to see, man. Look, let me tell you something. In the military, man, they told us one night we couldn't use tents. We woke up, snowed the fuck over in Washington State. All three of us side by side. Like, hey, man, don't tell nobody about this, man. Snowed the fuck over trying to keep warm. Hey, man, I wouldn't wish that on you. Can't feel your feet and your hands. Now, you couple that with an addiction, a mental illness, and you hungry. I don't want that for these babies, man. That's who I am, man. And, you know, hey, these motherfuckers can say what they want.
So what was the end result with the child's hair got cut? What happened?
So
I never looked further into the whole story.
The person who cut the hair was charged with battery, and then they were given an opportunity to turn themselves in, and then they never showed up.
Absconded.
So they're technically on the run, I guess.
They shouldn't be getting shit.
They're not allowed to go back to that school either. So
good. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for the job.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Like stop sending your kids to this bullshit. They're just there to indoctrinate your children with some.
That was the blessing of COVID, distance learning.
Yeah,
that was the one blessing. If you can work from home.
Yeah, that's if you could work from home.
And supervise them with the program because they got curriculum on. I know the guy who wrote the curriculum. That's why I'm confident in it. We grew up together. Gary Brantley. Shout out to Gary Brantley.
They said
shout out to Old Painless.
Yeah. They said that the popularity of homeschooling is shot through the roof now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of like we talked about earlier in our earlier segments or whatever when we said that people actually got a chance to get to know their kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Think about it. You ship them off for 6, 7, 8 hours. You don't see them. The only thing you do is pick them up and feed them and then wash them and put them to bed. You really don't get that, that bonding time.
You'd found out Darnell ain't shit.
Right. But now you get that time to put some shit into them and be like, hey, man, look, I want to watch you. Let me see what you do on a day-to-day basis. Let me see how you perform, how fast you get through this.
Some faces to names. I found out some names that I wouldn't have heard about until I was coming in, from another place, clocked out. And like, who did that to you? Who said what? We're going to handle that in the morning.
See?
Do they see they big ass dad show up every morning and drop them off? Yeah, don't talk to my daughter unless I tell you.
Yeah. And that sensei motherfucker.
Right.
Hey, but for real though, I mean, you go back and you look to see what the institutional grade school was. It was just put together so young children do not grow up to break machines when they go into a factory. Now those factories are gone.
Yep.
And all that's left in the curriculum is a bunch of lies, a bunch of
LGBTQ shit.
And a bunch of nationalism. It's complete nonsense. It doesn't get them prepared for
anything.
Yeah. Except going to look to work in a factory that doesn't exist. And here we have a generation of people that understand
or a prison sweatshop.
Yeah.
Pipeline.
Yeah. You can't get these kids to go and work anywhere, because they understand it's a huge fucking hustle. There is no end game, What happens? They go work 40, 50 years somewhere just to end up in a lazy boy watching TV with enough money to die with cable.
Like most folks get, like our generation, we all got stuck with all this student loan debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And these kids are looking at that and like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
You meaning you're never going to pay that off? Because you're not even paying, you're barely paying the base.
Now I'll tell you, the schools that are worth something are STEM. If your child can get in a STEM school,
those are dope.
You can put them in because it's focused, like whatever.
It's targeted. Yeah, it's targeted.
Science,
engineering and math. Yeah.
You know what? It's you all are saying some profound shit. And Mr. Coppola, when he said they're seen, right? Like, and people by nature are perceptive. We pay attention to what's going on. Young man, we was just talking to the other day, was like, I'm not fucking getting married. He was like, why? So I can have some woman decide she want to leave me, take half my shit, and get fucking child support, and I'm broke. He said, I'll have a kid and I can deal with a life partner, but what's the point in getting married? Luckily for him, he found someone that wanted the same thing. Hey, man, that's
we talked about that the week before. That's hardballing. Yeah. They negotiated.
Yeah.
They negotiated that deal.
What some people are doing, because marriage is just a contract anyway. Like not to shit on the institution for those who are in it and preserving it. And it's in the
no shit on them because they fucked up.
Hey, I'm like the only good marriage having motherfucker in America.
Everybody but old painless.
Right. I would never tell another person what's not right for them. I'm just saying there's people who now are just skipping the nuptials to where the state is the third party in the relationship and just signing a contract with a person saying, here's what I want from you. Here's what you want from me. At any point, we're not satisfied with what the other is giving. This paper says that we can part ways, and this is what you get, what you came with, and this is what I get, what I came with. And
let me just say, I know my woman loved me, because if she divorced me, she ain't getting nothing but one flip-flop, because I'm not that's it. She gonna get one of these flip-flops.
Yeah, and a half of a dope-ass t-shirt collection.
She gonna hit him where hers. She gonna take that George Foreman grill.
And this mic. And this mic.
And that mic. This is so he can't talk shit about me.
The next time y'all see 3 PMD, I'll be sitting next to Tank.
We share it, Mike.
Hey, listen, I said it. Me and my wife was laughing because it's not gonna happen, but I already said it. I'm never doing this shit again. Never. You know what? I said this too. I said this. Motherfucker probably gonna say something when I say this. One, I'm never getting married again. Two, I'll probably never date another black woman. Not because no. Listen. I'm about to tell you why. Not because of anything negative on behalf of them. It's just I don't think nobody can meet that standard. That's a good goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying? And she's an amazing person, amazing human being. And I just think that the next one to just be a knockoff, even if she is good. You know what I mean? I'd probably give me a Thai chick, but I'm never leave. Look, if she ever divorced me, either I'm doing comedy or I'm going to Cancun or Thailand, and it might be Thailand. I might go be a kickboxer at 47. I'm 41, but just saying.
He said at 47.
Yeah,
All right, brother, what we got?
You're gonna Herschel Walker it, all right?
Oh, come on now.
Man,
next.
fuck that dude.
Next. Come on, man. You ain't have to cuss at him like that, Jay.
Are you the only dude I know who stepped in the octagon at 47?
I don't pink.
Next time you do that, man, I'm taking a point.
I don't pink the black people the retaliations.
Now, how am I lose a point? And he said he ain't gonna date black women no more if he get divorced.
Hey man, that's just what because he ain't gonna be in the States no more. He ain't gonna be in the States.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Eddie bigged up Tariq Nasheed. That's 2 points.
Yeah, you gotta big up. You gotta big up Flex.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No. Hell no.
You don't fuck with Flex?
What we got up here,
man?
Man?
Crazy.
We got
crazy.
Foundational black. Get the fuck out of here.
FBI. Listen. Let me say this. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm jumping on everything the man say, but his thought process is the same as yours. That was enough
for me. Yeah, no, it was until that came out of his mouth.
No, his thought process. Listen.
Months.
His thought process is along the same line as yours. His whole thing is we got other people labeling us. We should label ourselves. His whole thing
is he can capitalize financially off of that.
Like I disagree. I disagree.
Amen.
He's just selling products like anybody else.
Exactly. You just
we drifting. We drifting. I gotta throw the flag in.
Yeah, throw that
on. Fellas. There's a photo up. What?
Oh, all right. So because of the technical difficulties, this is the late Marilyn McMichael. She was 54, lived in South Jamaica houses in Queens, New York. And during COVID, she unfortunately passed away. But due to COVID, nobody discovered the body until some maintenance workers were crawling up the side of the building, looked in and saw a fucking skeleton.
Oh,
that damn long.
Ain't nobody smell that? I mean, it is the project.
It's the project.
It's the projects. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's got to be extremely rough. Yeah. So I've done my fair share of breaking into houses to do what's called wellness checks. And what happened with this woman was that her sisters hadn't gotten in contact with her for a very long time, like months, I think it said.
Yep.
And then they finally, just gave up on her because she was a recluse. But I've had to crawl into people's houses and look for people that have died and have not been heard from a very long time. And it happens more often than you think. This is very unfortunate. I don't believe I've never had a case where someone was dead this long. She was gone. Nobody's seen this woman in 2 years. She hadn't paid her rent in 2
years.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You imagine being that worker, you scaling down, trying to do maintenance on the outside of the building, and you see bones. Not a dead body, bones.
The first thing you'd see is all the dead flies that are on the window. That's like, I'll never forget those days. Just seeing a bunch of dead flies on a window. You knew what the fuck was going on. But this happens, man. It's extremely unfortunate.
Like I said, me and Tank had a conversation about this, and like I said, I just don't understand, man. You in the same city with your kinfolk. 2 years went by. Nobody decided. I mean, you didn't miss 2 Thanksgivings, 2 Christmas. Nobody decided to stop by and say, hey, you know what I mean? I was in the area and I just wanted to check in on you.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? On the east side, I got family that live right around the corner from my dad. He actually said his family in that whole area that don't talk to each other because of family disputes.
Okay.
So shockingly, it happens. And unfortunately for her, she was in the projects where people get lost all the time.
Yeah.
Shit happens, especially we talk in New York and them high rises and shit.
Yeah.
Shit happens all the time in those in them New York projects, man.
Right.
It was just bad timing because it was during COVID. People stopped paying their rent, for whatever reason, because, not necessarily for whatever reason, because they couldn't go to work.
Yeah.
So they wasn't enforcing evictions. So it's just that bad timing, I guess. I'm not going to put it all on the family. like you said, man, they're not trying to kick in no door. They're like, hell, they're already in the damn projects. We're not going to go and try to, evict anybody because it's COVID. We don't want to get sick. Why the hell would we go up there trying to serve some eviction papers?
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, it's just unfortunate, man.
It is. It is. I'm sad that the sister passed away, man. I mean, any loss of life is unfortunate, and it's sad that happened, man. She was there that long, that level of decomposition.
Right. I mean, that's what stuck out to me was that damn long, man. It's 2 years and nobody checked in.
Yeah.
COVID was so politicized also that it divided a lot of families.
Yeah.
You have people wanting to come visit certain family members that's telling them,
real
if you ain't get the shot, don't come see me.
You bring your ass over
you
here.
Don't want to wear a mask. Don't come over here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was the perfect storm, man. The perfect storm. Yeah, I didn't even think. I forgot all about that because you're right. There's team shots and team not.
Right.
So that's what it was. I got.
And everybody was fucking
and
scared
team
of everybody anyway.
Team not. Team
mask. Yeah, that part too.
All of that. Yeah.
Everybody was scared of every fucking thing.
Yeah. Everything.
Can you get it from the dog?
Somebody sneeze. You're right. Can you get it from the fish? Everything.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's unfortunate for the sister, man, and
rest in power, sister.
If she was in the projects, life was probably hard enough anyway.
Condolences to the family and rest in power, man.
Condolences, man.
Definitely. All right, Tank.
But yeah, check in on your loved ones. Definitely.
Yes, indeed.
Check in on your loved ones. And if you cannot get in contact with one of your loved ones and you are concerned for their safety, please pick up the phone. Dial 911. A police officer will send somebody over to the house and they will break into the house and check on them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just please do that. Check in on your folks, man.
Indeed. Man.
2 years.
Up.
2 years.
That's a long time, man.
That's a long fucking time. Not 2 months, not 2 weeks.
2 years, man.
2 fucking years.
Sad business.
We got this next one. Hold on.
The fuck is taking you so long? No.
I know, man. I know. Bro, I'm on vacation. Leave me the fuck alone.
His fingers slipping.
His fingers ain't got nothing but mango juice on it, man.
Right. Mango juice.
Mango juice, man.
And tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila. Bro, I ain't had a drink.
Man. Man. Somebody start this shit off.
All right. So San Fernando Valley man who purchased $1 million home nearly a year ago has been unable to move in because a tenant changed the locks and is accused of illegally leasing out rooms in the house to other people. Police told the new homeowner that he couldn't enter his home even though he continues to pay the mortgage and the utilities, and the tenant inside insists that she has a legal right to be there. According to the owner, she's never paid him a dime in rent.
How?
So what happened?
That bullshit.
Well, what happened was this guy bought a house off of a deceased woman. Okay, and this woman had a caretaker, and the caretaker lived with her. And this woman passed away. The caretaker never moved, and when the estate sold the house with a tenant in it, then they told him, the new homeowner, that he would have to go through legal proceedings to get her to leave. Like, he would have to pay the county sheriff to have her evicted. So what the tenant did was start renting out rooms in the house, collecting $1,200 a month from each tenant, and then took out a restraining order on the homeowner. So now this motherfucker, he can't even come 600 feet
of his $1 million home.
Of a $1 million home that he owns, or the woman that's living in it illegally. This is the court system, and this is how fucked up America is. Everything is based on litigation. And this is where we come to.
And how much they can suck out of them.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
How fucked up is this scenario? And
Yep.
how is this guy not going postal? If I'm paying,
he has no right to go postal. I'm about to piss everybody off with the truth.
Okay. and utilities, you're losing every
How does
month.
the
You're
state
losing.
sell in a state that has not been abandoned? Ask yourself that first.
Right.
Because
That
because the chick in the house wasn't the owner of it. It's no different than
She's
still,
the next of
the
kin
house,
and
yeah.
possibly power of attorney over the former owner because she was the caregiver. So if there's an existing contract there and it's not being mentioned in the story, then we can't assume either way. But
absolutely,
we could actually know that for a fact the state knew that it wasn't an abandoned estate.
But I think
so. They had no legal. How can I put this? They had no legal right. They could have a lawful right and not a legal right to sell. And all it takes is that technicality to put this dude in limbo for a couple of years.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, man. Just because she got a power of attorney don't mean she can live in the motherfucker. What her staying there was contingent upon the lady being alive and her taking care of her. Okay, her shit she passed or whatever, so her shit must have went into probate or some shit like that.
To sell $1 million house,
right?
Man, shit had to be lined up.
And this
all that technicality shit. Something had to be lined up. He paid 1 point something for this house. That shit supposed to have been empty.
But this is my thing. It's no different than a motherfucker paying the back taxes on somebody's shit and getting them the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, but you got to do that before. You need to learn. Check the deed and make sure there's no, like with HOA fees. Some HOAs won't even let you sell your house until you caught up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You won't even be able to dump it. You can't even put it on the market. Like, no. You owe this back stuff. And most people who go into buying houses, whatever, they know who own with the back taxes or whatever. That's up front. I don't even think they could put it up on market until you know exactly how much you're gonna put in for it. This dude is already making the payments. That house was supposed to be fucking empty.
Yeah, homegirl just never left.
Yeah, that's all. She just didn't leave.
She knew once that lady died,
she was done.
Bitch, the house, what? She didn't leave that motherfucker to you in the wheel.
But hey, man, it's COVID, and you got to think there is a long backlog of evictions. So this bitch knew right off the bat.
She knew what she was doing.
At least 2 years
minimum, and she played it lovely. How much she paid? How much she had them pay for a room?
$1,200 per person. There's 6 people living there.
Come on,
this chick is making $7,200 a month.
Come on, man,
and ain't paying no bills.
But
no bills.
The thing they said was she knew the laws and shit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. What she's doing is lawful. What they're trying to do is legal. And he's the dummy caught in the middle because he doesn't understand that a mortgage is a dead promise. Civiliter more too. So when you deal with status at law, when you deal with contracts in law, what you need to understand is the root origin of that language. A mortgage is a dead promise. You can make your end of the agreement all you want. If they take eminent domain, if they decide to put your estate up for sale, you have to understand estate law, not just real estate. She took over that woman's estate. She assumed her identity and not falsely. Because think about it. What did she give up to take care of that woman? Probably 24/7. Where was she living prior? See, they're not talking about none of that stuff, right?
Got you.
There was a case in Texas some years ago.
She got money to go live in that motherfucker.
There was a guy in Texas, right?
Black dude.
Black dude.
I'm talking about what Jay about to go to. You talk about that black dude who got the locks changed.
It took them 5 years to get him out.
Dude.
He had the utilities jerry-rigged.
Yeah,
and everything he did was completely legal.
Yeah, that was some sucker shit though, because he took advantage of an age.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the sucker shit. The neighbors was
I'm saying
bad.
The neighbors did some sucker shit. Yeah. I was living down there at the time. There was a $500,000 house in Texas.
Yes, $500,000 house.
Yep.
Right.
In Texas,
and it was sat empty for 8 years.
For 8 years because
8 fucking years.
The mortgage company went belly up.
An abandoned estate. Again, a mortgage is a dead promise. They didn't own that property to begin with. It is illegal.
Right.
It is federally illegal for a bank to own a house.
So what he did was he pretty much got the house for like $26, which was the cost of the application.
I remember that.
Yeah, and the motherfucker moved in, and he was just like going outside looking around, and they
pissing their asses off daily.
And they was like, yeah, he shouldn't be able to go in there, but it was an old like Civil War law, which was how they took motherfuckers' properties. Once these people were, once they abandoned the houses and shit, they was like, well, somebody got to live in them. Go ahead. And so he took advantage of this shit. And they was like, oh my God.
Yep.
Here goes the neighborhood. Yeah. It was one of them. What was that shit that old ass play that I hate? The motherfucker moved into the house.
Cats.
Oh.
Cats was dope. No, the one with
you saw Cats?
Puffy remade the shit. I used to watch Cats all the time. I ain't go to the live shit.
A Raisin in the Sun? No.
Was that the one with the motherfuckers they all lived in? They bought the house and the people wanted them out. They was trying to pay them not to move in there.
You said it was a play?
It was a famous play. It was a famous play, and Puffy redid that motherfucker. I forget what it is, but they didn't want him in the neighborhood, so they offered to buy him the fuck out. I think they had to get his cat a considerable amount of money to get him the fuck out that house. Yeah. He didn't just have to go; he came the fuck up.
Yeah,
he did. Wow. He was there like 5 years. Like I said,
I think everybody heard that damn story. That was like one of the greatest come ups of all time.
Man, I went looking for houses my goddamn self.
In Detroit, they were doing it. I think they might be still doing it. They're getting these houses for like $3, and like
people are selling those. That's some lady, a tragic story. Some lady, she thought she owned her house and realized that the dude she was paying never owned that damn house. Exactly what you were talking about. She paid. She was like, I just gave my last house. I didn't pay off my mortgage, and I'm about to retire. And then she get a letter saying that whoever she was paying never actually owned the house. And she said he had all the legal paperwork and all this other bullshit. She signed it, and the only thing she did was deal with him because of her credit. Because she was living on the streets.
How common that is?
Yeah, she just picked herself up, and and started getting her life on track, and just actually had a home that she was going, pass down to her. She's like, if not anything, I could pass this house down to my kids because I wasn't there for them when it was coming up because I was on the streets, and she get hit with this whammy.
Let me say this: I used to, and again, I felt bad, man, but I had needed gas money. I used to deliver foreclosure notices.
Oh.
Fuck you mean? Shut up.
I thought the story was going somewhere else.
Not with me, killer. Not with me. My name ain't Bree Wade. So listen.
Oh God.
So listen.
I got caught with that in the chest.
Yeah.
Hey man. Keep it going.
So I delivered the goddamn. I would deliver them. And I had motherfucker, what the fuck am I getting this for? Hey man, your name was on the list. I was told to bring it. Listen, man, I don't even own this house. I pay this other motherfucker to rent. Well, he don't own the house. He said, wait a goddamn minute. Got on the phone. Hey, motherfucker, they bringing me eviction notice. What the fuck you doing with the money? I heard that argument time and time again.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah,
that is so fucking sad, man. Because they thinking, hey, man, I go to church with this dude. He rents out houses, man. And you ain't even got to have a good credit score. All you got to do is pay him directly under the table. You good.
2 months later.
Got to be more careful.
I'm showing up with
stop going to church.
Yeah.
That's all kind of fun.
You always get fucked at church.
Yeah. But it's I understand what Drizzy's saying, man. It's just it's still fucked up for this cat, man.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
Business transaction?
No, Drizzy like
$1 million.
Yeah, you got to do
$1 million house in this economy. Fuck him, anyway.
See, I feel Jay on this one because he didn't do his due diligence. You talk
exactly.
about
you talk about that amount of money and not pay attention and do
1.5. You didn't walk the house. Was you bought a $1.5 million house online?
Point taken.
You didn't walk the house and see that there's some granny panties hanging up in the damn shower.
My thing is,
what's going on?
If you got the money to buy that house, you got the money to get her the fuck out of there.
Definitely.
And I ain't talking about the 13,000 she asked. I'm talking about getting you some of the cold pipe hit niggas that he talked about in Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Get you some of them pipe hitting motherfuckers.
Keep them here. Keep them here.
You want a discount? You fly some motherfuckers in from Youngstown. They do it for $500.
Hey, till you find out the pipe hit motherfuckers is her family.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, that's where I live. You want me to
You want me to do what to my cousin?
Right.
Man.
1 point, you got 1 point whatever. And you didn't walk the house to see that you had somebody in there.
Point taken.
That's all. So thank you for that clarification.
Yeah.
Drizzy,
that's why he the man in the myth.
Yeah, he was like, fuck that motherfucker, man. That's what his ass get. He done bought a $1.7 million house in this economy. Fuck him.
Yes. He's probably a decent human being. I'm sorry to say fuck it, but really, man, you got to be more careful, man.
Yeah.
That kind of money, you should have some wits about you. Yeah, not your first purchase, not
In our in our weekly series of Am I the Asshole? Yeah, you the asshole on this one, homeboy. Old girl's the hustler.
Yep. Shout out to Terrence Emmanuel. Don't know who you are, but shout out homie from 3PMD.
Yes,
Detroit is in the house. Queens is in the house.
Yes.
My people.
We're gonna put you in the drawing for them Kroger Shacks and that fish sandwich.
It's a to-go plate, so you're gonna have to pick it up.
We still got COVID rules. Yeah, to go
right.
2 paper plates on the bottom, 1 on top.
Right. And a pair of brownies.
Due to the rampant pedophilia, we had to remove it from the Catholic diocese in the local chapter.
Wow. No fish on Fridays.
What we got, man? What we got next?
He dropped this motherfucker. Shit, this is the wrap up. We got got all those college bound Catholic school kids.
Yeah,
we ain't got no more amount of assholes.
Not this week, but we can throw one up. You got one?
No, I ain't got one.
I got one. I'll send it to you. I always got one, man.
He got him on tap. Look at Eddie got it on tap.
Let's get Put this. What's this one? The Catholic school, motherfucker.
Man. 100 black students from Catholic school in Illinois. Let me see. Let me get this right. Okay, so I can't get this right. Shout out to the entire class of 2022 Black Catholic school accepted into college. So they had 100 students at a Black Catholic school in New Orleans get accepted into college. So that is fantastic. Now all these kids can ruin their lives with debt and regret. Yeah.
I just thought it was dope because it was a all Black Catholic school. I never heard of that in my life. And I thought it was dope that they got 100% graduation rate. I don't know for where they go.
Baby. The Big Easy.
And the fact that they did that and everybody got accepted, unheard of.
I think it's dope. I think it's dope as well, man. And they may get debt and disappointment, but they got opportunity as well. So shout out to them youngsters, man. That's phenomenal, man. Especially for what they say we do and don't do.
Thank you. And coming off of COVID and all this other shit, come on, man. You gotta take your hats off to these young men who did what they're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Hey, did you get that, Tank? I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully,
is college enrollment down with?
I think it is.
Yeah,
it's definitely down.
You would think the cost of tuition would be down too. Goddamn.
Yeah, you would think.
Right. But they're gonna forgive. They're gonna forgive that.
Yeah.
Great.
Let me see.
Wow. I was at my end. Man kicks brother out of home for fat shaming his wife.
Come on,
A
man.
man is receiving support after kicking his newly divorced brother out of his home after he allegedly made repeated cracks about his wife's weight.
That's why his wife
The man
kicked him
told the
out.
backstory as part of the anonymous post published under throwaway account on Reddit's "Am I the Asshole" forum. It was explained that the man and his wife, a former sports model, had been married about a year, and her previous job required her to meet very rigid beauty standards and look a certain way. She was always on a strict diet and was severely underweight. He said, adding that since she has since gained a healthy amount of weight and muscle and is much happier. And that's where the man's brother comes in, described as extremely happy, and content regarding his social status. He just completed a nasty divorce and was invited to spend a few weeks at his brother's house while he gains his bearings. His brother, who was said to always have a type of woman in mind regarding looks and weight, soon caused verbal chaos. The first of numerous incidents involved a divorced man finding an old magazine cover of his brother's wife on the cover, making reference to her body type, and then comparing it to her body type now, even allegedly going as far to say she's let herself. Another day, when the woman was getting set to go for a run, he instructed her to run fast enough to lose all those fatty bits.
Hey, I kind of fuck with that dude. He hilarious.
The woman only rolled her eyes and laughed it off, and her husband became perturbed. The following day, he made another comment about his brother's wife as she was headed to the gym, saying, make sure to run, make sure to return her old figure.
Come on, man. Push through.
When asked if she was bothered by the comments,
make sure to return to her old figure. Even though she was bothered by the comments, the woman told her husband she's used to him. Final straw came when the man's wife served her brother dinner, and he made a joke about paying for her tummy tuck so she could be the version of the woman his brother married.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That comment set me off. The poster said, and this thing is automatically scrolling. Okay. Fuck.
The comment set me off. The poster said, I told him that his wife married the wrong version of him and to pack his shit and leave my house. He did not take kindly to this and complained about how insensitive I was to his situation and how I made a low blow.
Hey. Yeah, the brother did leave. When the man asked his wife if he went too far, she replied that his brother could have been kicked out without reference to his divorce.
Even after she was taking all those shots, she was still somewhat protective of the asshole.
Yeah, women like assholes.
Yeah, but it's still, man. I mean, it's your brother and he's in your house.
Right.
Man.
He better be mindful, man. You ain't gonna be talking to my lady like that, man. Talk about her damn weight, man. I mean, fuck all that. I don't give a damn who you are.
Right.
You know, you gonna
come on, man. He get a family pass, man.
Nah,
he would have got
all that.
He would have got a warning. What he was thinking, he just couldn't say it.
That comments got kicked out of his own house.
That motherfucker would have got that motherfucker would have got a warning the first time. And then we'd have had to knuckle up before I kick him the fuck out. You can't.
What he would have got dropped as soon as he held up that magazine to add my wife on.
There you go. Because this the thing, man. All that was happening was he was aiming the anger that he had for the wife that he divorced at his brother's wife.
Yep.
Now you ain't got to like the woman, but if that's your brother, you don't sit up there and do no shit like that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did the right thing, but he should have kicked him out with an ass whooping to go with it.
But here's why, yet and still, the married brother is the asshole. You knew your brother had a mouth like that before you invited his motherfucking funky ass to stay there. And you should have had to give me the gun line speech, boss, before he came in your fucking house. Yes. Nigga, I don't want to hear one word about it. When you see her in her yoga outfit, don't say shit to her. I'm telling you right now. Now, I love you. Let's go have a good time.
Yes.
That was it. That was it.
Hey, but okay, Dred. So what if he didn't know though? What if he didn't think his wife was fat and that wasn't something for him to say?
Nah, but what Jay said was,
gotta know
was
he's
spot on. You know your brother. You know your brother.
Yeah.
You know how he get down.
Notes, you know.
Yeah,
and people like him, they always go for the low-hanging fruit anyway. So you know they don't change. Because when they get nervous, upset, stressed, that's their go-to.
Supposed to be like bitch ass nigga.
And I'd have told him, hey, you could direct it at me, man. I put on some weight since high school. Shit, I can't bench what I used to bench. If you want to do the I'm your man. I could take it because I don't pay you no mind.
But like Ob said, that was misdirected energy.
Yeah,
shit he
right.
need to get off.
Nail on the head.
Yeah, he just want to get that off to somebody, some female, because nobody's fucking with him right now. They're trying to give him a soft
place. It wouldn't have been mine.
Yeah, but
it wouldn't have been mine.
But like Drizzy said, man, we'd have had the gun line talk before you even step foot across the threshold. Look at this, how it's gonna go down, man. You know, if you hang Yo Johnson over the line, you will be shot.
Right. Now the Cuddy and my wife go back and forth. They be having whole fucking roast sessions.
I love your wife though, man.
My family. Come on, man. I sit back and laugh my ass off. That motherfucker roast me till I get her and she be like, you ain't had to say that. But you know, he targeted something. It wasn't like okay, he was being, you know, weight and age is already a sensitive thing for a woman.
Right.
And he specifically, you know, chose that to dig at her. Yeah, man. I feel what Jersey saying. You're the guy to get that warning, like you joke making motherfucker. Let me explain something right now. Unless you want to be going and faking like there's something wrong with you, so you can get a turkey sandwich at the hospital.
That's where I was gonna go. I was dead thinking that this motherfucker left his brother's house and went to your job.
Right.
Yep. Indeed. That's what I was thinking too.
Got me.
Unless you want to be up there with that fat light skin motherfucker. Keep your goddamn mouth shut.
He'll beat your ass to make you a better person.
Right.
Hey, I feel it though, man. My brother, I got a brother who loves to control everything except his weight in his mouth. And
yes,
he had sold his house and he was halfway into building his new house. And him and his family moved in with me. And you know, I had one rule. Like, hey man, don't let your mouth get your family get kicked out of this motherfucker. Okay. That's it.
He's
That's
not lying.
Yeah, not lying.
Not
facts.
lying.
Facts. Yeah, facts.
Hey, that's one conversation we had, and I was surprised on how well he kept it together, man. Because
he
thought
about
where else
that.
it's gonna go. You know why? It was gonna cost him extra money for that Motel 6. That's all he knew. It was gonna cost him money.
You laid out the gun line. You put the
gun line. Yeah, the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line.
You know, like Charlie Murphy said, man, he was at a habitual line crosser.
Habitual line stepper. Yep.
That's it, man.
Yo.
Shit, I told you, man. I had one in the chamber, man, just in case, man. Something like this happened. I forgot about it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah. Made time for Am I the Asshole? I'm glad you guys enjoyed this one. This shit is fucking crazy. But again, like Jay said, you knew the brother, the one who's married, he's the asshole. I didn't even look at it at that angle. He is the asshole because he knew his brother was a dick.
That's why his wife looked at him and said what she said.
Yeah,
she was just being fair. She wasn't even trying to take sides. She just
right.
You knew that nigga had hostility. He's going through a nasty divorce. And who is he going to target? A female. He ain't going.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not going to say nothing to a dude to punch him and knock his lights out.
Yeah.
Soft target, man. Soft target.
That's like I got a brother. This motherfucker. gonna ask me about how my woman get down. He's like, man, he was like, man, I'm not telling you that.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, come on now.
He said, I told you how mine. I said, I didn't tell you to tell me. I'm not telling you shit. Don't hint at it again.
I get that shit at work, man. Thinking like that's gonna get you points.
Yeah,
man. You know, me and what you call it did such and such last night.
Yeah.
Man, go on, get the fuck from around me.
Yeah, man. I don't talk like that. I don't
want to hear about that shit, man. I don't even want to see your ass in the. I don't even want to talk to you next to the urinal. Let alone know what you and your old lady do.
Yeah,
what the hell wrong with you?
You two are some kind-hearted individuals. Because I'm so paranoid. If a motherfucker come at me like that, I'm thinking Pinkett Smith automatically. And I'm like, whoa. How long you been thinking about this shit?
See?
And then I'm gonna provoke a fight. I'm gonna end up provoking the fight unconsciously.
This was right after we met. Like I met my wife when my brother married her friend. And
okay.
I said, yo, you know, he asked me one night, and I was like, I played it off. Like, whatever, nigga. Then he asked again. And I said, I'm not telling you that shit. I'm not telling you that.
Yeah.
I told you about my wife. I said, I don't give a fuck. I didn't tell you to do that.
Right. This literally ain't tit for tat, motherfucker.
Right.
Exactly.
We don't do that shit.
Nice try.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't do that, nigga.
Like if I tell you I'm into this chick or whatever, man, you don't ask about the ins and outs or whatever. If it's a jump off, you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but this chick, that's my day one. Yeah, man, we gonna have some issues.
Yeah, and you know, look, you know I'm feeling her, motherfucker. Like,
right.
Second of all, I never talk about no woman like that.
Facts.
Me neither.
Facts. If you wasn't there, if it wasn't like we was in the same, like in the hotel or whatever, it was a party and we all went to the gig together. Yeah, that's one thing. But after the fact, like, I saw you with old girl, man. Hey, man, how is it? Motherfucker, was you there?
Right.
No? Then you need not worry.
Right. You don't have a good day, Nick.
But like you said, man, your ears perked and the motherfucker kept asking you about it.
Right.
Yeah. The motherfucker,
how long
he kept asking
about this.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I figured that he would let it go after the first time because I didn't answer him. He was like, hey, man, what's up? I was like, oh, no, nothing. And then it came the second time. I said, "Oh man, I'm not telling you that. I told you I don't give a fuck what you told. I didn't tell you to tell me nothing.
Right? You loose lips. You know,
right?
Loose lips sink ships.
Right?
You know,
I don't want to fuck your woman. What you telling me for, nigga? I come from a certain cloth, brother. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, this ain't wife swap, homie.
Yeah, I did that one time when I was a young, about 19. And my brethren Saul was like, man, if you care about it, female, you don't say shit. That. Yeah, you don't do that. I said, okay. You know, learning and it was the brothers. It was a proper check.
I learned from observation.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, these are the chicks you bring to the set. You know, to the honeycomb hideout.
Yeah.
These are the ones you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones, if you, like you said, you take it serious or whatever. Yeah. Hell nah, motherfuckers. Like, if I cared about this chick, she'd never meet the homies.
Yeah.
She'd never meet the homies.
Never.
But that's what it is, man.
Yes, sir. Well, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think that Cancun internet went belly up. What you sipping on, Mr. Eddie Ed?
Yes, sir. Some Pinot, Trey, V. Yeah, man. Yeah, there it is.
There you go. That's what y'all drink.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Pinot.
Pinot. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. This has been the quartermaster, Mr. Coppola. Oh shit!
There you go,
man. Computer problems.
Viva la Mexico!
We held it down.
Yeah, you got
Viva la Mexico!
Some sweat got in between your computer keys, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
El Adjudicators, aka El Chapo. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, all right, man. We did the wine of the week, man. You got anything, fellas?
No, man. Hell no. Just get the fuck out of America and don't go somewhere that's too fucking hot.
Yeah.
But come on down to Mexico.
Come on down to Mexico.
Cancun and Tulum and take a dip in one of those cenotes. I gotta hip y'all Negroes to these.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, have y'all taken a dip in a cenote?
I have no idea what the fuck that is,
man.
It sounds like Sonata to me.
It sounds like some shit like a adult spa on the east side. I don't know what the fuck that is.
You walk into the middle of the jungles down here, man, and they just have these pools of fresh water that people swim in. It's freaking crazy, man. Like, it is the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen in your life.
Is it hot? What is it?
It's cool water. I mean, but they're pools of fresh water. They have fish in them and stuff, but like it's crystal clear water in the middle of nowhere. And
that sounds suspect on me. I don't know what the fuck that is in the middle of nowhere. Fresh water in the middle of nowhere.
Hold on, check this out, man.
I just watched Jabaro on Love, Death, and Robots. I don't know, man.
Go ahead, man.
Bro, we walked into the jungle. Me and my girl found a cave, right? Saw water at the bottom of this cave. So we're like, fuck, let's go down there and check this shit out.
You out your goddamn mind. You lost
that part. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Bro. There were people down in there chilling. Like, there were bats and shit. Fresh pools of water. There was enough sunlight coming in. Man,
you lost me at motherfucking cave. As soon as I saw that cave and you talk about motherfucking bats hanging,
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
It's a done dilly. All right, come on, man. I ain't that adventurous.
No leeches in the water, right? There's no leeches.
Fuck that. It's bats hanging down, about to take a shit on you.
I ain't worried about no damn bats. That's shit.
That's how motherfuckers become vampires, man.
Most of them eat fruit, man.
That's how you become a lost boy. Keep playing.
Right. Keep playing.
I went to summer camp. I went away to summer camp. We had to sleep under bats in this one camp that I went to. We had to hike 4 miles to this big ass barn, and it was a hole in the roof of the barn. We had to camp there, and the bats was sitting on the rafters right above us.
What fucking camp was that? I went to Camp Fitch. I ain't see that.
I went to Camp Fitch, but that wasn't Camp Fitch. I went to Camp Faith Ranch. They had horseback riding, archery. They had shit that Camp Fitch couldn't afford, you know.
Camp Fitch had that, but you had to pay for it. Camp Fitch did have horseback riding and all that shit, but I couldn't
levels to that shit.
That's what I'm saying. This camp, it was included. Whatever it was paid, it was all included. They didn't make you feel like.
Yeah, that's how I had it.
You got the silver package, nigga. You can't do it.
Let me tell you something. Hey, look, the white kids would be out there paddleboarding and shit. They'd be on the boats. They'd be riding horses, doing the little
their parents would be at the camp with them.
They'd be all up in the candy line. Yep. If you was one of the black kids, you couldn't do nothing but shoot bows and arrows and BB guns
and riflery.
That's it. Rifles. Yeah. And do polar bear in the morning.
Right.
Wow. Definitely drifted. First off, I'm signing off because I'm not going in no cave and no fucking bats and fuck Camp Fitch.
Oh, you didn't fuck with Camp Fitch? Oh,
no, man.
I want to go back.
When the show's over, I'm gonna send you a video of this stuff, man, and y'all gonna be like, "Okay, I
will mess with that."
Right,
the cave, I'm cool with swimming in the cave. I would
send me the video and let me know because I
send me the video.
Okay, I seen you made it back. Okay, so you co-signing it, I guess.
As long as there's no parasites and no.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't want nothing swimming up in none of my holes, man.
Yeah, man.
I gotta wear my swim trunks from Heels.
You better watch out.
Don't pee in the water. That's all. Don't pee in the water. They won't go.
Yeah.
Watch out,
people.
Chupacabras.
Them chupacabras.
That's how for that shit.
Hey, man, but
skinwalkers.
It's just think we got people dying from getting in swimming pools in America. You know what I mean? From bacteria and stuff. Like, you supposed to be afraid of everything. Come on, man. Nah.
I feel you, but what you doing about the water?
You only live once. I get that, man, but I'm trying to do it a little bit longer, man.
Right.
Hey, man, I think everybody's wrong about that shit too. That's something that the church and lied to us about. We all live once. And I
agree with you.
I think we come back to this motherfucker. I just hope I meet my woman and got the same cutty and the homies. That's it.
That's selfish. That's selfish.
Everything comes in cycles.
No, I'm playing. As fucked up as this world treats us, bring me back as a brother.
There you go.
That's what you're saying now until you die and wake up with that white skin. You be like, thank the Lord. White Jesus. Yes, Jesus is white like me.
I've never had credit like this before.
Hey, somebody watching like that nigga happy light skin right now.
He's a coon. I'll tell you right now, he's a coon.
He is a coon. That brother does not want to come back as a black man. He wants to come back as a white man. He wants to come back as a white man. I said he wants to come back as a baby coon.
You sound just like that.
Tell you right now, I'll get
Hey.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. Man.
I'll pay his tuition to come to my school. Hopefully it'll be open by the time he's born.
What Paul Mooney said, he's like, I'm young, white, free, and 21.
Right.
Wow.
It's an attitude.
It's an attitude, nigga. Tell me I can't say nigga. I say nigga so much it makes my teeth white.
Classic Paul.
I missed that.
Classic.
Dude.
I had to put,
dude.
my mom be like, put some Mooney on it, and I just go into that shit with it, whatever topic we talk about and shit. So,
gentlemen, it's been real.
It's been real.
Did it again from from the States to Mexico.
Yes,
This is how we do. So, gentlemen, love y'all, man. Let's do it again next week.
Right on.
Stay
love
safe.
you back, bro.
Love y'all, man.
Love y'all.
Let's do it.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Safe.
All right, gentlemen.
Peace.
No more jacking off cops.
That's why you left the States, because you used to do that.
Oh no. No, and it hit the end button on it. Peace, Drizzy.
Peace, Tech. A la judicator.
Exactly.